Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Today is Sunday, April 16th, and I am live for Coffee and a Card. Hopefully, you guys can see me and hear me. I'm just going to give it a few seconds to make sure that people can hear and see me. So, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Type in the chat. Tell me what the weather is where you're at today. Let's talk about the weather. I have had what I feel to be a pretty productive weekend getting things designed. Hi, Terry. I'm so glad you can hear me. Hi, Tammy. Good morning, sunny and windy. Ooh, sounds like the Tri Cities. Hi, Terry. It's cloudy. Mine, it's not too bad. The sun's about to blind me here in a second. Hi, Jenny. Oh, it's beautiful where you're at. Love it. Hi, Deanne. So as I was saying, I had a pretty productive weekend. I feel like I got a lot done. Got some designing done. I always feel like I'm accomplished when I've got things designed. So I've got April's Creativity Delivered design, so I'll be placing an order for the supplies for those people today. I did decide to use the Playing in the Rain stamp and die set because even though the paper was sold out, the bundle is still carrying over to the new catalog. Good morning. Stormy with bad wind gusts. Ooh, yuck. Hi, Andy. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Jenny. Okay. So first things first, I want to make sure that you guys have the hashtag for the giveaway. It's hashtag LazyF. And the reason I'm using LazyF is because, not because I feel lazy, but because that is the name of the retreat center that I held my retreat at in March. And the cards that I made today are for thank you cards for my attendees, but they also just kind of remind me of our time at the camp because that's kind of the theme of the stamps that I'm using today. The other thing is we have a new catalog coming out, as you guys all probably are aware. And I am taking the next couple of weeks before the catalog goes live to say goodbye to some of my favorite things, some of the things that aren't carrying over. So today, look at all of you with your hashtag LazyF. I love it. So if you comment with hashtag LazyF, I'm going to be drawing a winner and they're going to win the Enjoy the Journey Designer Series paper. This is actually my favorite Designer Series paper in the mini catalog. And I have a couple packs left over from the retreat. And so I'm going to be giving away a pack of this to one of you lucky friends who comment with hashtag LazyF. So good morning. Hello, everybody. I love that I can see all your guys' names. That means you guys have gone on and done the StreamYard.com/Facebook so I can see your name. Even you, Andy, who said you didn't think that I could see you. I saw you. So good job, everybody. I'm just so happy. Congrats. So if you haven't gone to StreamYard.com/Facebook and added permission to allow StreamYard to see your username, please do that. That way I know who I'm talking to. Otherwise, it just says Facebook user. Okay, so let me switch over my view here so we can kind of spotlight the two sets that I'm using now. Like I said, I am going to be spending, I don't know why I'm playing with this rubber band. I'm going to be spending some time saying goodbye to some of my favorites. And these two sets are not carrying on into the new catalog, which I'm super sad about because if you've known me for a while, you knew that I love the Mountain Air bundle and it was one that I used a lot. And then this one that came along in the mini, I used actually for my retreat and I really fell in love with it. I love the sentiments. I love the dies. The dies are so cool. They've got bike riders and tents and lanterns and runners and clouds and plants, and it's just a really cool set. And I have, since coming back from the retreat, been intending to do thank you cards for my attendees. And so I was like trying to come up with some thank you cards. And I thought, well, since I'm going to be using these 2 sets and since they're going away, I thought I'd share with you guys and we can kind of come up with these cards together. Hello, Tiffany. Can you see my name? No, I cannot. It just says Facebook user. I don't know who that is. Darylyn, yes, I can see you. Hi, Barb. Hi, Marie. Thank you. Hi, Susan. Hi, Evelyn. Thank you for doing the hashtag. Adrian, I can see you. Yeah. So good morning. Love watching you. That's a Facebook user. So there's some of you I still can't see. You're welcome, Darylyn. Okay. So let's go ahead and show you the projects. Thank you, Evelyn, for hitting the share button. You guys, sharing is always a wonderful way to help me. So please feel free to share my video on your Facebook groups or Facebook pages, and we'll bring more people along for the fun. So these are just a couple of different versions of the cards that I was thinking of. I really liked the Mountains of Thanks sentiment here. And so I was thinking, okay, I want to use that. And I saw this card. This is not exactly how their card was, but this card design was done by Martin's Mayhem. He's a UK demonstrator, and he made this really cool card using the mountains and cut it out of a circle and then did the sunbeam in the background. And I was like, wow. So this is my kind of version of his card. It's just really cool. And I really, really like this one. I think it's very bright and colorful, just kind of my style, definitely. So there's that one. And then I have so much of this designer series paper left over from the retreat and from prepping. I was like, I could use up a lot of this paper by making some really pretty scenic cards. And like I said, the paper just makes it so easy because it's just so gorgeous. And just added some trees to the bottom, put my little label there, and did some fun stars and moon and clouds in the sky. So there's that one. And then this one's kind of cool, but I'm just feeling like it's not quite there yet. But I do love a couple pieces about this card. So I love the starry sky. And I love that the tent is glowing from the inside out. And I also made the lantern that way too. But you can tell, like, it's kind of hard to see because everything's kind of the same color. And then I feel like the yellow, like the label shouldn't be yellow. I feel like it just pops too much. And then maybe even the yellow border is a bit too much. So I'm going to need your guys' opinion on how to make this card better. I don't know if I should go with a different color in the background, if maybe it should be black instead of the blue. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Give me some ideas on this one. So we'll start with this one, which I think is probably the easiest. And then we'll finish this with this one. And you guys can kind of help me make it better because I really do love this idea with the tent glowing from the inside and the starry sky. But I just feel like maybe I use a little bit too much yellow or too much of the dark blue, or maybe both. I don't know. So let's start with this one. I'll show you guys how simple and easy this is to make. And again, the last opportunity to get these bundles is May 1st, because May 2nd is when the new catalog goes live. So if you're in as much love as I am with these bundles, definitely check them out. And they may or may not be on sale. Check it out on Stampin' Up's website. They have some of their dies and things on sale. And dies and embellishments and paper and things like that are in stock until out of stock, basically. But I think the stamp sets they keep in stock until the catalog ends because they make their stamp sets in-house, I think. Don't quote me on that, but so this is the first card. This one is probably my favorite just because it's really pretty in purple. I cut a piece. It's the same piece of cardstock. It's the starry sky on one side and then the mountainscape on the other. I did cut this down a little bit more so that there's more sky to be seen. Just kind of felt like I was almost stamping stars in the silhouette of another mountain. And so you can kind of see I was kind of stamping stars up in this space. I'd like to get stars up in this space. So we'll see how it works with me just cutting the paper a little bit differently this time. So, and then I got some scraps for my label and my trees that we're going to die cut. And then I need a scrap to die cut the moon and the cloud. So this one is not too much stamping, a lot more just die cutting. So we're going to be using the Greatest Journey, and we're going to stamp the tree. And then we are going to stamp the sentiment, and then we'll die cut all of that. So the ink that I used is Starry Sky, which looks really cool when it's stamped onto that Highland Heather. So I'll show you that here. And I do want to kind of have a scrap of paper underneath so I don't mess up my placemat too bad. So I just kind of stamped my trees. Just all, oh, that did not stamp very well. I'm going to see if I can get this right back over the top of that. I think it's because I have this paper underneath. We'll just go for it. Not too bad. Okay. And then we'll do it again. This time I'm going to kind of stamp a little bit higher. Like that. Oh, I got it on my, I got a line. Boy, I'm not doing so hot today, am I? Can I do trees all the way up? I could do trees higher. Oh, wow. I am just failing at this miserably. Okay. I need to just start over. Hold on. Hold, please. Let me cut another piece because, and I'm going to do this the right way. I'm going to get a bigger scrap of paper, and I'm going to use my mat. How about all that? If I had just done that in the beginning, I wouldn't have wasted DSP. Live and learn. I do it so that you don't have to, right? So I'm just trimming down my cardstock. Let's see. And I say cardstock, but I mean DSP. Okay, so there's another piece. And let me get a piece of grid paper for stamping and a piercing mat so that I have clear stamps. All right, let's see. I've got to catch up on some comments. The answer, my friend, is glowing in the tent. The yellow makes the card pop. You love it. Okay. Looks like the moon pie box we made. Yeah, sort of, right? Love this card with the mountains and the sun rays. Me too. Me too. Okay. All right. Let's see. I've tried a number of times to get on StreamYard.com, but no luck. Susan, I can see your name, so you don't have to do that. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Hi, Mama Owl. Photopolymer needs piercing mat. Yeah, we're gonna fix it. Okay. All right. Let's try it again. We're gonna be so much more successful now that we have the right tools. Oh my gosh. Imagine that. Okay, let's try this again. And I am going to clean off the top of the stamp just because that's how I got my line, was because I got too crazy with the ink. Okay, so let's stamp here in this corner. So basically we're creating a silhouette of trees in the front. And we'll do some down here. Okay. So we've got those trees, and then we're going to take this scrap of Highland Heather. I'm already making a mess, and we're just going to stamp 2 more sets of trees. Okay. And then we'll die cut these trees and put them kind of over top like a layer of additional trees. And then let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment, which I love, Mountains of Thanks. And then we'll die cut that. Okay, so we'll die cut those 3 things. Whew, inky, super messy. Baby whites are probably not the thing to use because they're just so moist. But I already started, so I might as well continue. No saving my fingers from ink now. It's okay. It's my favorite kind of crafting. Messy crafting. Well, we'll get to that. Okay, so die cutting. Now we've got to die cut these 2 things. I'm gonna put this, I was like, is this the one I messed up on? No, it's not. Okay, and we'll move this and we'll die cut. Bring my machine in here. So heavy. It's always a arm workout. Okay, so for the sentiment, I'm using the short and fat label from the Stylish Shapes dies, which thank God are carrying over. So I won't be too upset. So Mountain of Thanks. And then we need the trees die from the Greatest Journey. And we also need a cloud and a moon, so we might as well do that too. I'm just going to take it out of its envelope here. So we got the trees. Have to do 1 tree at a time here. And then let's see if the scrap will work for the cloud and the moon. There we go. We're getting it all done in 1 pass. Why does my lighting always never fail to be total crap? Hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Okay, so there's 1 tree, and then we just need to do 1 more pass to get the 2nd tree. And here we go. Well, just kidding. Take 2. Okay. Move that monster out of the way. All right. So we can put the dies back and this die back. Oh, I have to show you guys something that I just got. I haven't played with it yet, but I've just become aware of Totally Tiffany products. And I got this Totally Tiffany bag thing. It has like a handle. I know it's kind of hard to see. Maybe I should switch views. It looks like this. It's got this kind of frame inside, and then it opens like this. And then inside are these little envelopes, and they have magnet sheets in them. So like I think you're supposed to, and there's even labels for the folders, but like I think you're supposed to put your dies, obviously they're intended for dies, to keep everything in. I really like these pockets. They're just kind of cool. But anyways, I just saw how messy my dies were, and I thought, oh, the magnet's not very strong though. Oh, maybe I had it on the wrong side. Maybe that's why. Yeah, because this side's much more strong. But anyways, thought this was cool. I haven't really quite figured out what I'm going to do with it because I keep my dies in a drawer, but I really do like this for traveling, and it has a handle, and it's Totally Tiffany, which is my name, which is awesome. They've got lots of cool stuff on their site. But anyways, I totally got off track. I apologize. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the stars in the sky. Let's do some stars. There is a stamp in the Greatest Adventure or Greatest Journey. There's a stamp that has stars. So we're going to go ahead and emboss those with white emboss powder. And it's going to look so cute. We're going to put some stars in the sky. So I'm just passing it with my embossing buddy first. Use my Versamark. And stamp me some stars. Okay, that should be plenty. It is a great, yeah, it's great for, I think, to like craft on the go, right? Like you're going to take it with you. You can put your dies in there. They can safely travel and be well organized. You could put like a whole project in there, right? In the tote, and have everything you need there. Punches, markers, paper, dies. Be like great for crafting on the go for sure. Okay, so there's our pretty starry sky. Look at that. So pretty. And then we'll just set that, heat set that. I'm telling you, I absolutely love this paper. It was actually, it worked really well because there are so many bright, beautiful colors. It worked really well for the taco set as well. And that's why I used the same paper for both at my retreat. So I'm going to heat set this. And those of you that are waiting on me for a cactus bag, just know I haven't shipped those yet, and I will get on that on Monday. I've been playing catch up, so doesn't matter how behind I am, I'm always, always behind. All right. Look at that pretty starry sky. I'm loving it. All right, so tree time. So now what we're going to do is we're going to glue our trees on, and then we're going to trim off the bottoms. So I'm just going to put adhesive just on the top part because I'm going to trim the bottom, and I got a little crazy with the glue. There we go. So there's some trees there. And then let's do some trees down here. I love scenic views, like the mountains, the stars, the moon. I just love all of that. I love the sunsets, the colors, everything about it just makes me happy. Even though I'm not very much of an outdoorsy person, I do love nature and I love being out in it. I love the colors, the smells, the sounds, everything. Okay, so there's my trees. Now we can put this on our card base. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Like how pretty that is. I feel like the DSP is doing most of the work. Like we're just adding some accents to it, but the DSP, Karen, I can see your name. Hi, Karen from Iowa. I know, I love the starry sky. You got your order, Jenny? I'm so happy. I got one order and then I had to wait till some money came through my bank, and then I got to put my second order in with catalogs and everything. And that has not made it here yet, but that's okay. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put my cloud, which I think I want to do right here. And our moon. And I love that it's just purple and white. Like, isn't that just so pretty? Just purple and white. And then let's put our moon in the sky here. Cute. And then I just had to add some bling. So I got some of our In Color ribbon. This is the Orchid Oasis. The Starry Sky one is too blue for this card. I tried it and I was like, So this is Starry Sky, which is, I don't know how well you can see in the camera, but you can see how blue it is compared to the Orchid. Let's see if I can bring it up so you guys can see it better. See how the blue just doesn't work with this card? So I had to go with the Orchid Oasis. And did you know that this ribbon is carrying over into the new catalog? So if you have it in your stash, you can still use it. So I just did a little double loop. And then I'm going to put it behind my label like this. And then I'm going to pop some dimensionals on the back. And I always do this. I always just use my dimensionals to hold everything in place. Just kind of kills two birds with one stone kind of a thing. Okay. So there's my label, and then I can just put that there. So pretty. And then of course, I can't not add Wink of Stella to the moon and the cloud and even the trees. You know, everything's glistening in the moonlight. But I thought this would be a quick and easy thank you card for my retreat attendees. What do you think? Do you love it? It's so cute, right? And that paper, the paper just does all the work. It's so cool. Oh, really, Terry? It works for loops but not bows? Why is that? Because it's finicky or what? Or because it's too skinny? Or it's just hard to tie because it pulls apart? I'm sorry. Some ribbons are better for things than others. I will give you that 100%. All right, card number 1. All right, let's move on to this one because this one's such a cool technique, such a cool card, I just think overall. Okay, and as I mentioned, I have to give credit to Martin's Mayhem. He's a UK demonstrator, and he did this card. Different colors, but same thing, okay? And it's so cool. So starting out with a thick, very vanilla, okay? And he actually said that by using very thick, very vanilla, it made the colors a lot richer. And I really see what he means, because when I blended these colors on with the blending brush, they really did come out very rich in color. His sunbeam is like, he used like Sahara sand, and it's super subtle. And I tried to do a mix of yellow and orange to kind of warm it up a little bit. But I feel like the orange is kind of overpowering. So I was going to try just doing yellow on this one to see what we think. And believe it or not, I'm one of those people, it's like, why did I wait so long to get the sunbeam, no, called Rays of Light stamp set. Now, thankfully, this is carrying over, so we don't have to worry about, oops, sorry, wrong one. Nope. There we go. I was trying to get that out of the way. Hide. There we go. Rays of Light is carrying over into the new catalog, so at least that makes me happy. So what do I want to use? I think I'm going to use Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to just try a yellow sun rays this time. The first time I did it, I tried using all the colors, like doing yellow in the center, orange, red, blue, but it didn't turn out. It was just too much. But this is a really cool stamp set. I've seen people use the baby wipe technique. I've seen people use sponge daubers, blending brushes. Like, there's so many ways. So this time I'm going to just try Daffodil Delight and see what that looks like on Thick Fairy Vanilla. If we don't like it, we can turn it over and do it on the other side, or cut ourselves another piece of paper. I'm just trying to get all of the image transferred. Oh, I love it in yellow. Okay, we're going to leave it in yellow. That's so pretty. Gosh darn it. I'm only upset because I'm just barely using this stamp set. What took me so long? All right, so we'll just glue that onto our card base. Look how pretty that is. Color it with markers. Ooh, smarty pants. Yeah, you could color it with the markers and blend it. You can do all kinds of fun things. Okay, so there is our base. Now we're going to make this pretty image here. And to do that, we need all of the dies from Mountain Air. So this one features Mountain Air. Now, I didn't stamp anything. I only die cut and blended, which is kind of a cool technique. Let's see. I have to find the dies. Dies, where did you go? Not that one, not that one. Oh, it's right here in front of my face. Why is it always that way? So I used two dies. I used the tree line and I used the mountains. Okay. And I was thinking, and you guys tell me what you think, but I was thinking about having a tree come up like this and then having the words over the tree. What do you guys think about adding a tree to ours? Let me know what you think. You can see that these dies are well loved because I've used the heck out of them. So yeah. And so basically what we're going to do is we're just going to cut out this mountain 4 times. And then we're going to cut out the tree line once. So I'm just going to use this scrap and hopefully it'll be enough for all of them. If not, I can get more. So you just cut out, and you can do them at different angles. You know, move it over once. Let's see if I can move it. I'm just trying to be conservative with the paper is all. We're going to be using another product today that is retiring, which I'm upset about, but I'm not getting rid of because I don't do that. I don't get rid of the normal shapes because they're precious and I'm sad they're leaving. You think a tree would be awesome? Yeah, we'll see what we think of it. I just thought, oh, that might be really cool to have a big old tree running through it. And then we can see. Let's see. We'll do one in the middle. I don't know if we're going to have enough space for the trees, but I love the yellow too, Andy. Okay, so that's 4 of the mountains. And let's see if we can squeeze in a tree line. Where's my tree dies? Oh, it might be close. We better not. Let's get a different scrap. And we'll cut the tree line out of it. Okay. Can't wait to show you the magic. All right. So there's our tree line. There's our 4 mountains. Let's go ahead. We're going to get blending with some blending brushes. So tree line I did in my darkest color, I think. So the last time, so this color scheme was Night of Navy, Rich Razzleberry, Cherry Cobbler, Cajun Craze, and then Daffodil Delight. I'm wondering if I want to try Starry Sky this time. I just need a nice dark blue. And my Starry Sky is nice blue. Oof. And I don't need to do the whole thing, really, because it's only going to be the width of the circle. So just pick a spot, like I didn't do. Pick a spot. Do as I say. Don't do as I do. That's a song lyric. What's her name? Yanni tells me that I sing or I speak in song lyrics, and I just heard myself do it. Okay. All right, so that's good for our tree line. It's nice and blue, nice dark blue. Actually, I like Starry Sky for that. Okay, the next one is Rich Razzleberry, but I'm wondering if maybe we should try Blackberry Bliss. Let's try it. I'm going to do Blackberry Bliss and Mary Merlot. Look, I'm mixing up the colors. This is the thing about me. You guys already know this about me. I can't keep the same thing twice. It's nearly impossible. It would actually kill me if I had to do the same thing twice. Does that make me like ADHD? Am I like undiagnosed ADHD? I think it's a developed skill. My Blackberry Bliss has seen better days. It's doing that same thing that the Rich Razzleberry does, which is get like those bumps, which I think is like mold or something gross. But I think this is a nice rich color. It's very pretty. We'll hold it up against our blue. Look how pretty that is. Gorgeous. Okay, so let's try Mary Merlot instead of Cherry Cobbler. We're just mixing it up. These nice rich colors. I'm going to flip this over. We'll see how inked up my Mary Merlot is. Oh, what a pretty color. Mary Merlot almost looks like Cherry Cobbler as far as the blending goes. You like the card the way it is? I just noticed that one of my pads too. Yeah, I know. It's sad. I don't know what causes it. Okay, so there's my red layer. Ooh, so pretty. See, it really doesn't matter what colors you use. Now we're going to do an orange color. And my Cajun Craze needs to be re-inked. That's why my orange is pretty weak. But we might have to combine both of them. Let's try pumpkin pie first. And then we can add some Cajun Craze just to make it a little bit darker. So there's some pumpkin pie. I know, Elizabeth. Isn't this pretty? It's kind of like giving me boho vibes a little bit. Earthy. It's very earthy. I wonder how the new in colors would look with this. Like Moody Mauve and Copper Clay and Wheat. Those would probably be really pretty. Okay, so there's our orange layer. I love it. I'm loving it. Look how pretty that is. Gorgeous. Okay, and then our last layer, which is going to be Daffodil Delight. Or it could be crushed curry. Ooh. Let's try crushed curry. You know me. If this is surprising you, it really shouldn't, because I can't do the same thing twice. Okay, so crushed curry this time. Ooh, that's really orange. Wow, that was fast. Well, we'll stop there. Gorgeous. So pretty. Okay. And then we need to do a label, Mountain of Thanks. Let's put these blending brushes away. And I'm going to stamp the label with Mary Merlot. No, I'm going to do Mary Merlot. And you need to stamp this on Berry Vanilla as well. Oh, my sweet baby. She's sleeping under there. Cashew's sleeping under me. Usually they don't come in here when I'm doing Facebook Live, but she was like determined. She came running in. And I was like, okay, you can be with me. Okay, so there's Mountain of Thanks, and that's in Mary Merlot. And let's see, what should we cut the tree out of? What should we cut the tree? What color? Let's do, should we do like, should we do Garden Green? It's a very earthy color, I think. Or we could do Mossy. We could do Mossy Meadow. I'm just trying to look at the colors. Mossy Meadow is very earthy. Garden Green is probably more on the brighter side. Whoop. So there's Garden Green versus Mossy Meadow. Shaded Spruce. Shaded Spruce is very bright. You think we should do Shaded Spruce? Evening Evergreen. Evening Evergreen is very dark. I love all the options that we have, you guys. It makes my heart happy. Ooh, Evening Evergreen. You can't go wrong with Evening Evergreen. Okay, so here's our 4 choices. Here's our colors. And then here's our card base. Oh, really? Huh. So someone was told to rinse their moldy ink pads under water, rinse it clean, and then re-ink, and it worked. Evening Evergreen, Mossy Meadow. Mossy Meadow. All right, let's go with Mossy Meadow. I think that's a good choice. Mossy Meadow is a good choice. Evening Evergreen is also a really good choice, but I really like this one. I think this is the good choice. I think this is the right choice. So I'll put those greens away later. So let's go ahead and die cut a tree, and then we'll see what we think. Now we do also need to glue these together, and we're going to die cut using the retiring circles. This is the one where it makes no sense in my mind. I absolutely refuse to accept it and will not be getting rid of them. My circles. Cannot believe it. Okay, so I'm just off camera here, die cutting a tree. No sense in bringing it in. Now, the one thing about this is my tree does not, I've used it so many times, it does not cut well anymore. I don't know why. It is a very detailed die. It probably needs that specialty plate, which I don't own. Oh, there we go. Much better. Okay. Let me use my roller brush because there's so many little pieces. Okay. And I've got to poke out all these little guys. time consuming. I don't want it to tear. Yeah, that one's not coming out. We'll just have to strategically put our sentiment over top of it. Okay, there's our tree. Okay, so let's put our tree away. Oh, thank you. Okay, so now what we're going to do here is we're going to glue these in layers. So we're going to take our bottom layer, which is actually the top layer. I know that's confusing, but it's the lowest down. It's the lowest layer. And we're going to take our next mountain range and we're going to put it underneath like that. And then we're going to put another layer of glue, take our next mountain range and put it under like that. Oh, shoot. Orange is the next layer. Not. And I don't want them to be the same. Like I don't want them to be laying in an identical fashion. So let's try that again. Thank goodness that I could take them apart. All right, now we're going to go with this one. And we're going to go with this one. And then last, but definitely not least, oops, is our tree line. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so there's our layers. And then we're going to take our largest circle die and we're going to cut the whole thing out, but we're going to leave the top part of the circle uncut, right? So this is going to be our image. Is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen? I am in love with this technique. These should be my thank you cards, huh? They're a lot of work, but they're so cool and worth it. Now, the other thing that you want to keep in mind is when you die cut it, it's cutting through 5 layers of thick Fairy Vanilla cardstock. So it's not going to cut through all these layers. So just be careful and separate them. And then I just took my scissors and kind of trimmed and cleaned any edges that were rough. You could probably pass it through a couple more times, but that works for me. Oh my gosh, look how pretty this is. Okay, so you can kind of see the difference. Every time you use a different color, you're going to get a different different look to it. I do really like the way the Night and Navy looks. Almost the Starry Sky is almost too blue. But other than that, I really love the color choices we had. Okay, so the thing we're going to do is we're going to pop this up on dimensionals. Like dimensionals, where are you? Let's put these tools away. I don't need those. Let's put the die away. If I clean up after myself, that would always be good. I'm going to miss the mountain set. I almost don't want to sell it. That's going to be hard. Oh, okay. So I'm going to put the mountains over just so that my little sunbeam can peek through. And I am going to be using Wink of Stella to add sparkle in the sun. Okay, and then, so we're thinking tree over. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so gorgeous. Ah! Sorry. No need to scream, Tiffany. It's going to be fine. The reason I decided to cut the words out was because I didn't want it to be all in one block. So I just separated them. Into mountains of and thanks. Separate them into 3. And you can try and kind of do like the form. I'm just trying to round around the words a little bit to make it look intentional. And then of, stop. Okay. There we go. So let's see. How do we want to glue our tree on? I think we're just going to kind of go with the adhesive. So just some adhesive in the center of it. Like so. Okay, and then our words. Wow, wow, wow. Is this not pretty or what? I actually really love it with the tree. Mountains. Of. Yeah, me too. Me too. Gorgeous. Look at that. So, wow. Holy cow. You guys just make everything better. I'm just determined. I'm just decided that you guys make everything better. I really can't craft without you. Look how cute this card is. Is this not the funnest thing? I don't want to get rid of these dies. All right. So the last one I think needs your help again as well. So I'll show you what I'm working with here. And there are some things about this card that I really like, which is I really love that the tent, it looks like it's glowing from the inside out. I love the starry sky. I love those pops of yellow, but I almost feel like the blue blends in too much and the yellow is too much. And so I need your opinion. I was trying to decide. So I've already got these pieces cut, but do you think maybe I shouldn't use a yellow border, or do you think that the yellow border is okay? That's the first question. Should we use white to pull out the white in the stars? Should we use black? Make the hills in grape. Ooh, make the hills in grape. I love that idea. Using green for the ground. Good idea. Okay. Yellow border's okay, you think? All right, so we'll stick with the yellow border. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to save myself some cardstock, and I am going to die cut some of the elements that I need in yellow out of the piece here. If I can find the dies again. How do I continue to lose them? So I am going to cut out the things I know for sure are going to be in yellow, which I know for sure that the moon's going to be in yellow. The tent's going to be in yellow. And I really like the girl's lantern being in yellow. So I'll die cut those 3 things. We're going to need, whoops. Wow. I'm just throwing dies everywhere. We're going to need the landscape. This is the landscape die. So once we figure out what color, I really do like the idea of the hill being purple or green. You guys can tell me purple or green, but the tent, we need the tent outline, we need the girl outline, and then we need the trees. And did I do a moon? No, I didn't. I mean, what am I saying? Clouds? No. Okay. So I'm just going to be conservative and I'm going to cut. Now this is Starry Sky, in case you guys are wondering what color I'm using. This is Starry Sky. Ugh, heavy. I just loved the idea of the tent glowing from the inside. I just thought that that was a really clever way to do it. And so I wanted it to kind of be like this night scene where the tent is glowing and the moon is glowing and her lantern is glowing. Okay. So that much we can settle on. Get her out. At least her for the lantern. And we can put the moon and this away. So, Becky thought that the hiker was a Sasquatch. I wish it was a Sasquatch. So the outline of the tent is a different color than the inside of the tent. So you can see the outline piece of the tent. So all I've cut is the inside yellow piece. So we need to come up with a color for the outside, a color for the land, and a color for the trees and the hiker. So if we feel like that blue is too dark, someone suggested purple, which I really liked that idea. Isn't this side so pretty? Oh my gosh. This is why I love that paper. So pretty. So it just reminds me of camp. I want to go back already. I'm already making lots of fun ideas for the next retreat. And I'm getting ready for our day retreat in May. Oh my gosh, that's coming up so quick. And I'm going to be doing a virtual version of the day retreat in early June. I think it's going to be June 4th. And I will be posting that here shortly for you to sign up. It's going to be like the day one. It's just going to be, or it's going to be like the in-person one. It'll be a day that's virtual where we celebrate the new catalog. We have projects featuring items from the new catalog. I give everybody a Spiral Bound catalog. We're going to play bingo for some prizes and just celebrate the catalog all day long. So it's going to be an amazing time. And I'm also going to give my retreat attendees first access to BOGO. So you'll also have that. So that's coming up. The in-person one is May 13th, and then the virtual one will be probably June 4th, which is a Saturday. So, oh no, June 3rd. June 3rd, I think, is the Saturday. June 4th is the Sunday where I fly out of town. Okay, back to the project at hand. Tiffany, where are you located? I'm located in Pasco, Washington. So I'm in the, what am I, southeastern part of Washington State. About 3.5 hours from Seattle, 2.5 hours from Spokane, an hour from Pendleton, Oregon. Too much blue. Purple is a great option. So should we do Gorgeous Grape? We think Gorgeous Grape would be ooh. I love Gorgeous Grape. That would be so pretty. Gorgeous Grape would be gorgeous Grape would be gorgeous. Gorgeous Grape would be a really good color. So let's try that. I'm so excited for the day retreat too, Lori. For tent, still use Starry Night. Hill in purple, trees in green. Oh, Miss Jill, why do you gotta be so rational and make so much sense? I love that idea. Let's do that. So, hill in purple, trees in green, tent is Starry Night. Got it. Let's do it. We're going with it. I love it. I love a girl that can make a decision and tell me what to do. I'd much rather be bossed around than have to make the decision for myself. Okay, so Starry Skies tent, hills in purple, tree in green. So do we do Mossy Meadow again? Because it is a dark green, or evening evergreen, but I feel like that's kind of, a different shade of green. So there's our tent. Okay, so we'll glue that together. So hill in purple. Let's go ahead and cut that out. And we got to stamp and color the trees. Should we do Mossy Meadow? Maybe we should do Shaded Spruce. Should we do Shaded Spruce? No, Evening Evergreen. I'm going to make a decision. We're going with Evening Evergreen. Okay. So this is going to be our ground. So I'm going to trim that down. And since I tore it and kind of messed up the corner a little bit, I'm going to just trim it like that. Okay. So there's our ground. There's our tent. And our trees will be in green. So let's stamp and die cut our tree. And then we got to figure out what our girl's going to be. Look at that. You guys, it's coming together and I'm loving it already. See, I just need you in my life. I need you in my life. This is another one that just does weird things. Look at that. It's so weird. It's like decomposing or something. And the color is just not good. This one might need to be replaced. Okay. Well, it's going to give us nice dark trees, so I like that. And I'm just going to cut them out so they're smaller and easier to die cut. I'm going to take all these greens and put them in my green drawer. My green scraps. Okay, so let's die cut the trees. I'm just going to do this off screen here while we decide what color the girl should be. What do we think? Use the mini to cut. I thought about that. Thought about using the mini. That's as far as I got. My son, daughter-in-law, and grandsons are going to Portland this summer. Would love to go. Oh, yeah. Portland's really fun. Portland, I will choose Portland any day over Seattle. I'm much more of a Portland fan. You haven't done anything with this paper? Oh my gosh, this paper is my favorite. I love it. Okay, so we've got our trees. Ooh, look at this. It's so pretty. All right. So should our girl be in the starry sky too? I feel like. This set is called The Greatest Journey. And it comes with the awesome dies, and it's retiring at the end of this month, May 1st. I think I'm going to cut the girl out in Starry Sky just as well, just because I feel like it'll be okay. And then we will put this bad boy together, make a label, and call it good. Lots of die cutting on this one, but I did, Ramona. I'm so glad because I thought it was very versatile. You could use it for for lots of bright, fun, happy cards. Okay, one thing that I wanted to do was I did want to just cut this yellow off at the arm and then only glue the arm. So I'm gonna do surgery to this girl. So I cut the lantern because that's what I want in the yellow. So I'm just going to do surgery, cut the lantern off of this girl or guy. I don't know. It looks like a girl silhouette to me. And then I'm just going to put glue on the little yellow arm that I cut off. And then I'm going to glue it to the back of the blue arm. Line it up, and then she's holding a yellow lantern. Isn't that cool? I know. You're like, calm down. It's not that cool. Okay, so we'll put her there. Oh, I don't know why I'm gluing that yet. Okay, so let's take a step back here. Let's glue our tent to our yellow tent. Lots of skinny lines. Probably would have been best to use the adhesive sheet. Oh, I have to show you guys the projects I designed for Creativity Delivered. I'm in love with them. So proud. Like, there are some days where designing like comes together and it makes me so happy. And yesterday was one of them. So those are few and far between. So I've got to be proud when one of them happens. All right, so I just want to kind of use this as a guide as to where I want to place this first tree. And then the second set of trees. Like so. And then we can glue this guy. It's like a puzzle. And then we got our tent. And I just put it right over here. And then we've got our girl with the lantern. Oh my gosh. Oh, the moon. The moon's moving. Look at this. You guys make everything better. I'm not going to be able to craft without you now. We'll put the moon up in the sky. And then, now the label. I felt like the yellow label with the mountains of thanks was too much. So maybe a purple label, just to bring in some more purple. Or do you think I should do white? Thoughts? I don't know who the Facebook user is, but you should definitely drive over to my in-person retreat. I don't know where you're driving from, though. Oh, girl in black would have been good. Girl in black would have been really good. Purple. Okay. All right, let's go with purple. We've already done it. We'll just go all the way with the purple. All right. So we're stamping Mountain of Thanks. I'm going to use Starry Sky because it's a nice dark blue to stamp the words. And then we'll die cut. Look at that. That's so nice. So pretty. Let me put these dies away so that I don't lose them. It's funny. Evelyn's already called dibs on this set, so if you're thinking you're going to get it from me, just know Evelyn already beat you to it. Okay, and then, which is good because that means they're not going far away, and if I ever want to use them, I can be like, Evelyn, can I borrow your... And then let's see, this is the label. Look at that. Very cool. This is a fun card. I like this card. This is cool. I mean, even like this, it's still cool. It's very night, right? Like it's true to that night scene. Like it's just dark and gorgeous and glows. And then this one's just got a little bit more pop of color, which is kind of cool too. So there we go. There's our Enjoy the Journey, or no, Greatest Journey. I don't know why I keep saying that. Greatest Journey and Mountain Air are going to be two sets that I'm really, really sad that are going. And that is going to be hard for me to say goodbye. So I'm glad that I get to spend a little bit more time with them before they go and love on this paper a little bit more. Okay, real quick before I do my drawing, I want to show you guys the cards I designed because I'm so proud of them. Hold, please. So I mentioned that I'm using the Playing in the Rain bundle, which is, if in case you're not familiar, I always feature a bundle every month for my Creativity Delivered, which also I need to send out a thing to vote for the next couple of months because we have a new catalog. And so I need to put out some options for you guys. So I'll be doing that this week as well. But this is the set we're using for April's kit, and I'll be placing my order for that today. But look at this card. It's a bridge fold card, and it has the little bridge that the fox is crossing on. Isn't that cute? Love it. Okay, this one is probably my second favorite. Look at the little rabbit, and then look at the inside. So fun. Look at this one. Does that not scream spring colors? I love this one with the little kite. And then I've got this fun fold here with the little turtle. Look at that. So cute. Okay, so I just had to share. It was really fun designing with them. And yeah, I'll be ordering those kits and getting those prepped and out by the end of April. And then starting May 1st, I'll open up registration for May's Creativity Delivered. And yeah, we'll put some voting out there to see what sets you guys want me to use for our coming kits. I know, I was so excited they were carrying over. Okay, let me draw a winner. Let's see who's going to win. Let me share my screen here. Share screen. Share giveaway tool. Okay, can you guys see it? All right, here we go. Who's gonna win the paper? Jan, you're the winner of the paper. Whoop, whoop. Congratulations. Thank you, everybody who shared, and I really appreciate you all. And have a great crafty week. Okay? Bye, everybody.